Okay, let's try this setup. Larry Page missing as Google founder faces Jeffrey Epstein lawsuit. It's covered by a couple places. This is Newsweek right here. So Larry Page is missing. They're trying to serve him papers because they think he's close to Jeffrey Epstein. It says the U.S. Virgin Islands is struggling to find Google co-founder Larry Page in order to subpoena him as part of the lawsuit against J.P. Morgan Chase. According to federal court documents filed on May 4th, the government of the United States Virgin Islands has been attempting to find physical address of Page to subpoena him. The documents state that the government identified 4 possible addresses, none of which were valid. Prosecutors now requesting the federal government allow Page to be summoned via Alphabet, Google's parent company, due to the fact that he still remains a board member despite stepping down as Google's CEO. The initial subpoena documents were issued on April 11th. The court documents also outlined the initial lawsuit against J.P. Morgan Chase Bank for its interactions with deceased convicted human trafficker and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Some of us might disagree that he's actually dead, considering he had the most valuable information in the world, and that information was designed to make sure he doesn't die. So that's the point of having those tapes. Here we got a little picture. I'm sorry, my cheap mouse here needs a little bit of repair. So I can't use the scroll wheel. There we go, some pictures. And they look related. Keep telling you that, don't I? Oh, you know, the picture's caption says, billionaire Jeffrey Epstein in Cambridge on 9804. Epstein's connected with several prominent people, including politicians, actors, and academics. Larry Page speaks during the Fortune Global Forum at the Legion of Honor on November 2nd, 2015. The document said the government brought the civil action against defendant J.P. Morgan Chase Bank as part of its ongoing effort to protect public safety and to hold accountable those who facilitated or participated in, directly or indirectly, the trafficking enterprise of Jeffrey Epstein. The government's investigation had revealed that J.P. Morgan knowingly, recklessly, and unlawfully provided and pulled the levers through which Epstein's recruiters and victims were paid and was indispensable to the operation and concealment of the Epstein trafficking enterprise. Financial institutions can connect or choke human trafficking networks, and enforcement actions filed and injunction relief obtained by attorney generals are essential to ensure that enterprises like Epstein's cannot flourish in the future. So, obviously there's a lot of people involved in this, and that's one of them. Now, I looked into this. This has been a couple weeks. This was reported on. I haven't seen it reported on in a lot of places. And there has been no updates, so they haven't found them yet. And there has been no updates saying, hey, we haven't found them yet either. And so I did some research on Larry Page's background. Larry Page has actually been known to go missing before, so kind of, you know, you can't really say anything about it, but you would think someone's probably notified him now of this, and he probably doesn't want to be involved in that. And at the same time, they've also subpoena Elon Musk, because Elon Musk was dealing with the same bank on that island. What was it? What island did it say in here? Which island was it? Was it the Cayman Islands? It's almost always the Cayman Islands. I don't know if it was this time. But Musk was involved in it too. Not necessarily involved in it, but involved with the bank, right? Involved with the bank that use. I mean, rich people are always using offshore banks, right? So it really doesn't necessarily mean anything, but we have seen Epstein with everyone. And I mean, Elon Musk, now he gets who he wants. So, he's got little Leanne Rimes. Is that who he's with now? Now he can get those people without, paying for them or having someone else pay for them or abduct them. And actually, I shouldn't say that. We shouldn't assume that marriages are legit just because they're married. But, yep, they haven't been talking about that since this came out. And really only a couple people have talked about it. That's why I went with Newsweek. And those of you familiar with the news, probably don't read Newsweek because what are they going to do? What are they going to tell you? Not too much, but they are one of the people who reported on this. It doesn't seem to be that the big names have reported on this, oddly. Hell, he's Google. Google's bigger than NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox. Google's bigger in Hollywood, pretty much. And when I want to see a Hollywood movie, I go to Google and I ask, where can I watch Hollywood movies? So, Google's, the internet is the new media. The internet has replaced all those things, so it is above them. And, just like Alex Jones is the new people, and they updated their software on YouTube during a spat I had when they came to meet up at a event I was at. I would think that Google as well, has these same ties. I mean, like I said, we got the same people here. They're all kind of connected. And like I keep telling you, see, they look kind of similar, don't they? I mean, gray hair, yeah. Once you get a certain age, a lot of the humans look the same. So it gets really weird when people get 90 with white hair. I kind of see the same person over and over. But in this situation here, we have the similar, the dark eyebrows still, the dark eyes. General facial structure, although Epstein is more of one of the proper looking people if you compare all the people on the media together. Epstein, he's actually the proper looking one. He spends a lot of time on his looks and stuff. I suppose that's an important thing to do when, you're grooming people for sex, because probably a little bit harder to do that if you look like Weinstein. Weinstein's just I got the money, and if you want the money, come to me. And he's just hey, come with me, I've got candy. And they're like, yeah, the cute guy's got candy, let's go. So yeah, generally they might have a wider jaw structure there, but and you can see in this case they don't have the wider jaw structure. Anyways, yep, that's it. So I'll let you know if there's some sort of update going on here. And like I said, it's the 11th this was reported on, so we're at the end of the month right now. It's the 30th, and there hasn't been any updates there. And if this was hard to read, if this was too much, let me know. I can just put a camera in front of a smaller, brighter screen. So I like the format of having the large screen, and right now I didn't want to deal with moving around and paying someone to help me mount a 70-inch or something like that. I like the classic schooling format here. So I'm just trying that out. Let me know too if that just didn't work, if you were trying to read along with me and you couldn't or whatever. on the eyes to look at that or whatever. It's a little bit easier for me to see it when I'm like right here. I'm pretty sure I can